Okay, welcome to PTU Barbell's first ever podcast, and today we thought we'd bring local guest and powerlifter slash used to be a strongman, Kelvin Bowles, onto the first podcast. Why did I invite him here? Well, he holds a GPC British deadlift record at the under 140s, which is a huge 360 kilograms, so he's not shy about getting strong. So the PTU Barbell podcast is all going to be about strength, all sorts of strength, strongman, powerlifters, you name it, we'll get it on here. So, Kelvin.
Aaron.
Let's get it out of the way. What makes you a good deadlifter?
What makes me a good deadlifter? I think there's a little bit of biomechanics in there. I think everyone's got to play to their strengths, and I'm naturally a better deadlifter than I am a squatter. So there's that in there. I enjoy deadlifting. I think people get good at something they enjoy.
Yeah,
I just love it. So I deadlift a lot, you know.
Is that your favourite exercise?
It is my favourite exercise. There is something about picking a barbell up and putting it back down again that just really gets me going. It's as simple as that.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. I think you obviously get good at what you do the most.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to get to 360? Is that something you've been working on a long time, or is it just something you've decided to start doing in the last couple of years?
So on and off I've been strength training like 12-15 years, you know, with sort of intervals, time off, you know, injuries, you know, life commitments, but yeah, really knuckled down into powerlifting since sort of 2016, and you know, my deadlift's really gone up since then, you know, focusing on technique, loads of volume, and just looking at ways I can improve it through variations.
Yeah, I don't want to put the pressure on, but that 360 looked a bit too easy for me, so what's the next target?
Well, the next target would be hopefully the overall British deadlift record in the 140s, which is currently at 385, held by Andy Bolton.
Yeah, that'd be a nice 25 kilos on there. I think you've got it looking at that 360, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
What do you do for your deadlift warm up, or do you have a pre-deadlift exercise? How do you go about setting up for your deadlift training day?
So recently, as at the minute it's cold, I've been doing like quite a bit of like ab and hamstring activation, and then mainly it's just picking the barbell up and putting it down again. I start double overhand until I feel that the weights, you know, my technique is slipping, so I work up to about 220, 240 double overhand before I switch to an alternate grip. So I'm warming my grip up and then just warm up with the reps, and then just slow the reps down, you know, singles once I start to get to around 50%.
Excellent. So as a big powerlifter and strongman, do you think ab exercises work? Is it something you add in, or is it just something you just want to have a
core
six-pack?
work? Definitely is good for functional strength, and I've only discovered this recently. You know, it's really been helping me improve a lot since we've been.
Fucking got his phone on. Serious interview. He's got his phone on.
It's not serious. I'm here. Yeah, core work has definitely been helping, and I can feel some abs under the fluff as well. So bonus.
Yeah, you can shave your hair into like a six-pack or something.
What, on the top of my head?
OnlyFans, check the link out in the bio.
Yeah, half price for anyone that references PTU Barbell.
Awesome. What's your best accessories for deadlifts? What would you say improved your deadlift the most?
RDLs, definitely RDLs. Volume deadlifts, I like to do a lot of volume on deadlifts. And also controlling the eccentric on the deadlift I find helps massively. Too many people just drop the barbell. I think you really need to get that tension through the negative part of the lift.
Let me just get this straight. You're sick in the head, aren't you, with deadlifts? Because what did you do a couple of weeks ago? I saw like was it 300? What was it? What you do reps on that for?
300 for 5.
And then you did, what was the one you did loads of reps on?
I think I did like 270 for 12 reps.
Yeah, it's just sick, isn't it? Like, some people can't even think about 270, let alone pick 12, it up for 12 reps. That
was raw as well, so no belt. I find the belt just gets in the way and no straps.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe we should say that actually. You don't actually wear a belt for deadlifts.
I don't wear a belt. I think that's preference. I think people just need to go with what feels comfortable, and I feel that the belt just hinders me, so I feel more
your
comfortable.
belly's too big, or you just don't like the belt?
I just find, yeah, I just find it hinders me when I'm getting in the hole to like put the bar up. So.
Yeah, for sure. I can totally agree where you're coming from there. So do you take your inspiration from Constantino's, or what his name is?
KK Powerlifting.
That's it. He was sick. When you pulled that 385, I want you to just shout, "This is my belt."
This is my fucking belt.
That's
Yeah. I will do. I'll do that for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to shout PT Barbell, but
Yeah.
PT Barbell.
You can shout both. So what's your second favourite exercise after deadlifts then?
As in terms of like the squat bench deadlift or
Whatever you fancy. Like if you say like you do your favourite is deadlift, what's your second favourite like?
I like rows, a lot of rows, lat pulls, all that sort of accessory work.
Is that why you got a big back?
Yeah. Seems to be helping with my deadlift as well. So help keep the lats nice and tight when pulling big weight. Yeah, I love all that. I'm more of a pull than a push guy. You know, I find that I'm naturally just stronger there and feels more comfortable. So
maybe that's down to your work. So obviously, what to say at the start. So you're a site manager. So you do a lot of manual work, I guess.
Yeah.
Or try to do manual work.
Yeah, try to not do as much manual work as possible. Yeah.
So do you find that's giving you the edge with deadlifts, as in you every day you're lifting?
Probably,
you're
yeah.
lifting
There's probably some carryover, definitely. You know,
Yeah.
especially earlier on in my lifting career when I was doing more manual work, there would have been, you know, I'd have been picking up a lot more stuff. So definitely a carryover. I find it hinders my weight gain though. You know, being active.
Good man. I was going to come on to that. So how do you eat for being a labour intensive job and training? Like, what's your sort of do you have a diet protocol? Do you follow anything? Would you just eat regular? Or
Eat regularly, like, you know, I'm hungry every 2 hours. I can eat every 2 hours.
Always hungry.
Yeah, you know, I wake up in the night and I'm hungry. So yeah, but a lot of my food is sort of 70% clean and, you know, 30% dirty food. I've recently sort of cut out gluten due to like, you know, health issues that are becoming apparent, which seems to be working a treat for, you know, my body composition, my recovery, my health. My breathing has even improved from it, which is something that I didn't even consider. Yeah, and then I just try and eat as much sort of rice, lean mince, eggs, you know, breakfast, fruit to the end of the
Why
day.
don't you just tell everyone what you had before you got here?
I had a foot-long Subway. Gluten-free, obviously.
Oh yeah, gluten-free. That's fine, man. That's fine if it's gluten-free.
Steak and cheese.
So what would you say your favourite meal is? Like, if you was going to have anything, like, what are you looking for? Steak?
Steak all day long.
Yeah? Just steak on its own, or do you want some, like, extras?
Yeah, definitely, like, you know, like the onion loaf you get a Miller and Carter, something like that, you know, and a nice bottle of Merlot as well. Yeah, nice big 16-ounce Chateaubriand.
That's not touching the sides, is it?
Nah.
Sweet. What about your meals before competing? Do you have a set meals before you compete, or you just stay off the booze, or do you even drink before competing, or do you not even think that much? You just go out and give it some? There is some
I'll
people
try
out
and,
there,
yeah. Sorry, go on.
There is some people out there that just go with the flow and do
Yeah.
what they want.
I find, like, through trial and error personally, I try and eat as clean as possible coming into a comp. I find I don't need anything like stimulants or stuff because I get, like, naturally, like, quite a lot of adrenaline for going to the comp. So I try and I don't take any pre-workouts until towards the end of the day. You know, lots of, like, complex carbohydrates the day before, loads of water. And then on the day, I try and stay away from sugars and stuff as well. I see, this is just for me personally. I see a lot of people like taking like sweets, Haribos, all that sort of stuff from the off, for like all that extra energy. But
You're a sandwich man, aren't you?
I find I'm just crashing then, and I'm just chasing that like high then.
Yeah.
So I try and keep the sugars to, you know, as late as possible in the day when I really feel like, you know, the last lift and I need it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I think you're right with the sugars thing. You definitely got to get, if you're competing obviously in squat bench deadlift, in powerlifting or strongman, you need to be having like a substantial meal after the squats. Like, I would just go for like just double up on a sandwich or something cool.
Yeah, try and get some complex
Yeah,
carbs, just
get
something
something
to
in
keep you going, yeah.
Or pasta, man. Marathon food, pasta.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I'm gonna have to ask this to everyone that comes in, because it's one of my. Are you a potato, or do you like to get the work done and get out of the gym? Are you one of those like powerlifters got this bad rep at the moment for having long long rest periods? And to be honest, like, I know what it's like training with you, so you can tell everyone. But I like to just go, take as little rest as possible, because I find that gives me the better workout. I don't get cold.
Yeah.
I'm focused. I can just keep my focus for 45 minutes to an hour. Whereas if I start going if I'm taking like 10-minute rest, you might as well I'm going home.
Yeah, Yeah, no, the 10 minutes is no good for me. I don't need that long to rest. I like to go hard and go home.
Your
And
steaks take
that.
10 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. That's 4 minutes, 2 minutes aside. Don't even need that. I get a set in and then flip the steak. Yeah, I like to go hard and then go home, especially with the accessories, you know, get a good pump on, really feel like I've had a workout, you know, it's called a workout for a reason. I don't want to, you know, you see like people sat around for ages and, you know, you need to do what, you know, every individual's their own individual, you know, they need to do what they do, but, you know, I find for me, get in, train hard, I find it helps with burning fat, you know, all that, get the heart rate up, get the, you know, the blood flow, get the blood pumping, and feel like I've had a good workout. I go home and I sleep really well.
Definitely, and I've been finding when we've been training together, obviously before lockdown, that like, you know, we just never, we're not on our phones or anything. We're not like, we're just fucking going for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And just when people talk to me or us, or it just fucking loses the flow.
Yeah.
Like I just find that we don't really talk much and just kind of move on, put the weight on, put the plates on. It flows quite well.
I think this is the most we've ever talked, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. I'm finding out a bit too much about it, to be fair.
We've only been mates like 10 years.
Longer than that, I think. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, especially, I've trained on my own for a long time, as you know, just because of time constraints with work.
Yeah.
But there's so many people I see out there that are just like either training together and chatting or just sitting on their phones, man.
Yeah, I think, you know,
get the phone out for a PB, that's it.
a lot of those people, like, you monitor their progress and they don't really make much progress, or their progress is slow. Might be consistent and they might be happy with that, but I think me, the way I am, I want to be fucking pushing myself, so I want to be pushing myself and smashing it as much as possible, so that I'm making the gains as quick as possible, and that keeps me interested. That keeps my mind active and focused on my goals, which is to get as big and strong as possible.
Perfect. What are you weighing at the moment? Let's let everyone know what you're weighing at the moment.
I'm actually quite light at the minute. I'm only about 122 kilos,
nice.
but I'm quite lean, and I think that's, you know, the change in diet at the minute. So.
And you're going to put that weight on for the next competition, whenever that may be.
Yeah, whenever the comp is. Yeah, hopefully. I was hoping to go up to Scotland in March for the GPC Scottish at Outcast Barbell, but I'm not sure when that is at the minute. But hopefully, still get up there and get some PBs.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on then, any supplement recommendations that you can recommend for either strength or health, or what do you personally take? Anything like that?
Personally, I'm pretty inconsistent with supplements. So I take magnesium before I go to bed. I find it helps me sleep really well. Yeah, I'll take loads of omega-3s. And other than that, I don't really take anything. You know, the omega-3s I've got in has got like some vitamin C and vitamin D, so I'm getting, like, you know, something for my immune system. Yeah. But other than that, I find I get everything I need from my food. I don't take any whey proteins or creatine. I find that the results you get from that are fairly, you know, unnoticeable in the amount of food I consume. I get everything. Yeah. I get everything I need from the food I consume. I eat healthy food and, you know, nutritious food. So
nice. What about like pre-workouts? I know you're a monster for some pre-workouts sometimes. Yeah,
pre-workout. I do like a pre-workout. I do like, but I'm particular with them. Some really affect me. Like, I think like I'm pretty hardcore, and then some pre-workouts, they really knock me sideways.
Crying like a little girl.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like a pre-workout, especially on the heavy days. You know, at the minute, like, training's going 2 heavy days and then 2 dynamic days. So like Monday, Tuesday, loads of pre-workout, and then I can sort of taper off the rest of the week, so it has a better effect on the heavy days rather than taking it all the time.
Yeah. Would you recommend them to like someone new to training, or just try and steer away from them? Or how say if I was going to come to you with like a new person wanting to start training, is it something you have to have, or is it just something like only the elite guys take?
I think if you're new to training, you're first starting training, I don't think you should be taking pre-workout, because I think you need to get a better understanding of your body, and that's going to take time. And then when you start to get a better understanding, you know, and you know you're going into workout with a bit of fatigue, or you're just tired from life, you know, then maybe start introducing some pre-workout.
Yeah, look, a lot of my clients, like, especially if you're just a bit tired, I just tend to find that caffeine just works, just a treat, just a coffee or espresso. Just keep it classic, innit? Like coffee and a banana, like that's enough. You don't. I see the ingredients on some of these pre-workouts, and although I love them, I'm a big fan. But for my clients, I don't ever really push it on them unless they want a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Because they can turn on. So I see some people just have too much pre-workout and they can't even train.
Yeah. Well, that's Yeah, so they've got to kind of go and take that own risk in their own time, haven't they? You don't want to be recommending something as a trainer and then having repercussions.
I'm sure there's some great ones out there. So if you do have any supplement recommendations, then drop us a message and we can try them out, I guess. Might be able to get some sponsorship out of this.
Can you get sponsored by Trent?
Yeah. That's it. Jesus never said not to take Trent. Well, who do you look for inspiration? Like, what keeps you motivated? Obviously yourself. You've already said yourself and getting your own numbers up. But is there anyone you look to like that keeps you fired up? You see just bringing results all the time.
Yeah, there's a few people that I look to for inspiration, especially in the powerlifting scene. There's a couple of lifters. I don't really want to name anyone because I feel like weird naming them.
You don't have to name them.
Cool then, yeah. No, there's some lifters that I look to. You inspire me as well. You just feel weird naming guys. Yeah. There's just one guy that I keep checking out his profile. No, it's going to be a list of birds.
Yeah. They don't even lift.
Yeah.
She really inspires me.
Yeah, she really gets me going.
She liked this one video of mine when I deadlifted 360.
No, there's a few people that really humble people in the powerlifting and strongman community, like from around the country that, I chat to, and most of them I never met in person, but like we click, we always chat, help each other out, and I find that really humbling and inspiring in itself.
Yeah, man, for sure. I think the powerlifting world is really good.
Yeah, I find that so many people, like especially the big guys, the strong guys, are so humble. It's such an easy sport to get into. Everyone's, there's a little bit of bitching and moaning as there is with any sport, and obviously it's an ego-driven sport, isn't it? So there's always going to be some clashes, but on the whole, everyone's so humble. It's really good to be part of.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Like as well as I find for a lot of people, they almost like when you ask them to train with you, they're like it's like a throwaway. Nah, you're too strong, or you're too this, and I don't want to train with you guys. But actually, really deep down, it's just we just want you to get stronger. So you're only as strong as the weakest person you're training with. So if you don't get them stronger, then your group's shit.
It's always good to help people get stronger as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's good to have people load the plates as well. No, that's a joke. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, no, definitely. I think it's one of the, I don't think there's any, like, obviously like I've played rugby, so that is quite an inclusive sport anyway. And you kind of like create a bond there, but this is sort of different, like, because you're creating like UK or worldwide bonds every time you go to a meet, which is quite cool. Everyone's helping each other out, and even in training, like, you just turn up to the gym. I'm sure if you're at a local powerlifting gym, they'll all help everyone out. So
I've made some real good friends through powerlifting and strongman. Some real humble people that have just come to the comps where I'm competing at. I've gone to their comps. They just travel to come and support you. It's good because even though it's you go and compete on your own, there's always a team with you. There's always people there to support you.
That's it. I think that's one of the massive positive things about. I think that's probably why a lot of people are drawn to powerlifting actually. It's like because you can go. I guess it's, you can go to the gym and do your squat, bench, and deadlift or whatever, and do what you need to do. But actually, just kind of having that group environment where you turn up and and chat crap to each other and take the piss out of each other.
You've got that capability of taking as much or little of that as you want. If you want to go and train on your own and be on your own for 6 months, then you can do that. And come back and be part of a squad if you can find people to train with.
Yeah, that's what I like about that. Sweet, man. Have you got anything you want to to say on this podcast, like little closing words or anything that? Actually, let's have. Have you got any good quotes for me? I love a quote. Give me a quote. What's your favourite quote?
What's my favourite quote? Lightweight, baby.
Yeah, that's perfect. Wicked. Sweet. We'll wrap it up there then.
Oh, nice one. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, my man. Obviously, we gonna crown you with the glory. So if nobody listens to this after this episode, then I'm blaming you.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.